Hello everyone and welcome to the How To series on the DA1459 multi-core Bluetooth SoC. Before we dive into setting up this chip, we shall begin with the DA1459X series to understand its features. The DA1459 family includes two variants, both featuring a dual-core architecture with an ARM Cortex-M33 and Cortex-0M Plus with an embedded flash for execution in place. These SoCs are designed for power-efficient and secure Bluetooth applications. Let's examine the key differences between these two chips. Both have 96 KB RAM and 256 KB embedded flash, but the DA14594 supports Bluetooth 5.3, advertising extension support, and advanced positioning features like angle of arrival and angle of departure, along with the wireless ranging, which makes it ideal for applications requiring enhanced connectivity and precision. The DA14592, on the other hand, is optimized for cost-sensitive applications while still offering robust Bluetooth 5.2 support. Now that we have a clear understanding of the DA1459 family, let's move on to setting up a new project with the DA14592 development kit in the eSecure Studio. First, you would need to install eSecure Studio having the version 2024-10 or later, so download it from this link. After the download gets completed, start its installation. The software will first check for the prerequisites of the system. Now select DA dialog from the devices and click Next. Pick a language if you need anything other than English. In Customize Features, select Common Components. So here these three common components need to be selected and then move to Next. From Additional Features, select GNU Toolchain version 7. Here it is selected and move to Next. Accept the license terms. Install drivers. So during the installation, you will see new dialog prompts appearing for the installation of additional software. So accept them as required. Add path to environment variable. And our installation of eSecure Studio has completed successfully. After installing eSecure Studio, you need to install SmartBond DA14592 SDK, which includes a complete BLE framework with a set of libraries, drivers, and middleware modules that facilitate the creation of applications along with some example projects. So we will download it from here. Now let's move towards setting up the hardware. The DevKit Pro board consists of a main board and a daughter board. Connect the mainboard to the host PC via mini USB cable. As soon as you connect this kit to the PC, you will see two ports detected in the system. The first lower number is used to export UART from the DA1459x device. The second number is used to export measurement data from the current sense circuitry on the DevKit Pro to the Power Profiler tool. Now that we are done with the setup, we will build our first project from the examples within the SDK. For this, open eSquare Studio. Create new workspace. Click File and then import the project. From the channels, select Dialog SDK project. From here, select the SDK root directory from the SDK that we downloaded earlier. From the given projects, now select BLE advertisement project and select Next. Set GNU Toolchain ARM version to 7. And from the devices, select the target device. And the target we are going to build is this one. And now complete the project configuration. So the project is imported here. The main.c file then starts execution, creating the sysinit task and launching the RTO scheduler. Sysinit task initializes the system clocks and the BLE manager before creating BLE advertisement demo task, which we can see here. Within the BLE advertisement demo task, the device name is set using this function, device name set. The advertising data is then configured with BLE gap advertisement data set function. And finally, the advertising is initiated using BLE gap advertisement start function. So the application then starts advertising. Select the active build configuration by clicking project and build configurations from here. And now build the project. Here we can see the project is successfully compiled and we can see the BLE advertisement binary here. After successful compilation of the project, we will write the binary file to the embedded flash. This is done by running the debugger. From here, we will select the debug configurations. And from here, we can see that BLE advertisement program is selected. So start the debugging session. After loading the binary file onto the flash, the debugger will start executing the application. Here the system is paused at main, so we should resume the program. Now the application is running. To verify the correct functionality of the program, download the SmartBond BLE Scanner app from Google or Apple Play Store using these QR codes. So open this app and you should be able to see the Renesas device advertising. So here is the device with the title that we set in the application, hence verifying that the program is advertising Bluetooth Low Energy. And that's how we can compile, load, and debug any program on the DA1459x SoC. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.